So, with type 2 diabetes, the patients need to make changes, which isn't a problem, as all my patients do that quite easily. In fact, upon notification, the very next week, they're losing weight and modifying their diet to lower the cholesterol, their sugar content.
Does this guy reflect reality? I don't think so. If your practice is anything like mine, change is actually very difficult for both us and our patients. So what we're trying to get through with this project, which is called the Diabetes Edutainment Project, is we're going to try and combine education with entertainment. The project really has three components. The first one is that we're going to combine the art of managing type 2 diabetes with the evidence and try and give you visual aids to help you walk through that. The second part is we're actually sensitive to the barriers that happen in the real world, and we're going to try and give you solutions either through visual images or through chart aids, flow sheets, etc. And finally, this is meant to be put out into an interactive environment. Some of the stuff we might be doing might be over the top for you. You might agree with it, disagree with it, but the point is that you take it amongst your group, localize it, and make your project and your own practice even better. So let's go talk to an expert. So now we're going to talk to Kim Barwise, diabetes nurse educator. So Kim, now that we have you on the hot seat here, I just had some questions. So I guess the first and most obvious one is to get you to sort of reflect on the common barriers for people that are taking care of people with type 2 diabetes.
Well, the first issue, and I'm sure I don't have to explain this to most people, is time. What part of the body doesn't diabetes affect? It affects every part, and to think that you're going to deal with all the issues within a 15, even 60-minute interview is overwhelming, unrealistic. I think you can abbreviate the issues so that you acknowledge some of the things that you want to touch upon, but say, you know, there are other resources out there that are going to help you. The internet, the CDA, the Canadian Diabetes Association, the ADA, the Diabetes Education Centre. Those are where the details are going to be discussed, and you're going to come back to the family physician for the testing and the assessment and those kind of things.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks, Kim. So diabetes is obviously more complicated than what it looks like on first take, and so let's re-look at the typical interaction between a physician and a patient with type 2 diabetes.
So with type 2 diabetes, you're going to have to make some behavior changes and some lifestyle changes. You're going to need to lose weight, exercise more, a 25-minute brisk walk every day, stop smoking, reduce your alcohol intake, and diet. It's very important. You're going to need to reduce your cholesterol levels and your blood sugar. You're going to need to go to a lot of doctor's appointments, and maybe you should join a support group or...
So basically what you're saying is that all the things that I hate doing, I have to do. And all the things that I love doing...
You're pretty much going to have to stop. Yeah.
I was first told I had diabetes. I was well into my 60s, and by then I'd reached a certain maturity, so I took it in my stride.
When I was first diagnosed with diabetes, I was disappointed, but I was not surprised because I had noticed that my eyesight had diminished somewhat. I also noticed that I was very fatigued a lot of the time, unduly fatigued for the activities which I was doing. And so I knew that these were also true symptoms of a person with diabetes.
Now, we've just seen some great pearls about how to enable lifestyle behavior change in your patients. There's obviously no one perfect strategy, so now's the time to stop and draw on the experience of the group and look at ways that you can enable it in your practice and in your offices.